Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I'm a couple minutes late. Hope that's okay. I forgot my lighting. What is up? It is TVC Live episode. I have no idea because the last couple weeks have been crazy and I've been trying to go live, but it's not working. Also, okay, yes, I see people coming in. Awesome. Hey guys, what is up? We are interviewing Sharee Collier, if you're French, Collier, if you're like me. And we are talking about Show Me the Money. And it is going to be so much fun. Sharee and I have been internet friends for, probably almost a year now. And I'm really excited. But first, I just want to say hello to everyone. I see a ton of people watching. Awesome. Jessica says she's missed a few weeks, but she's back. Jessica, let me tell you something. I've missed a few weeks too, so you are totally fine. Heidi says, time for the virtual campground again. Excited for Sharee. I'm really excited. If you guys think I have a lot of energy and I've got jokes, wait until you meet Sharee if you haven't, because she blows me out of the water. Well, Nellie, hey Liz, hey. Johnny's here. Awesome. Always good to see you. He says the purge goes on. The chicken coop is getting torn down in order to sell the house. Anyone want to buy some barnwood? I think this is a tough crowd to sell barnwood to some RVers. Unless I guess they could use it as a campfire. Is a campfire safe? Johnny, let us know. All right. Let's get into this thing. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Before we get into the interview, remember I'm doing a segment. Liz's friends give us their top 3 tips. Tonight I've got Kelsey Henry coming in with some top tips on how to road school your kids. She's got a new book out. I know I'm promoting a ton of stuff. I'm sharing a ton of stuff this week. But like you saw last week, my interview canceled on me. It was kind of a shit show. So I'm just trying to get it all done today. I think it's going to be a super fun and impactful episode. So also, if you're catching the replay, put hashtag replay. You like that? This is what the cool kids do. Hashtag replay, or just tell me you're writing the replay or you're watching the replay. You guys are really good about that. I love seeing those comments rolling throughout the week. So let's get into Kelsey's top 3 tips.
Hey there, virtual campers. My name is Kelsey, and from ages 11 to 17, I grew up road schooled in an RV and traveled around the country with my parents. I'm a huge advocate for road schooling. It's something I'm really passionate about. If you can't tell, I'm excited. I hope you're excited, because I am here to share 3 things that I learned from growing up on the road. And while there are so many things that I learned about RV maintenance and best places to travel and socializing on the road and getting into college and life after road schooling and a lot of things, I'm just going to sum it down to 3 things and how those 3 things apply to you and your family. Number 1, life can and should be full of super awesome, unique experiences. For example, going to Peace Camp, becoming a mermaid, and participating in historical reenactments. These are all things that I have done in my life on the road and even since then. And these types of things just create the best and most awesome memories. And if you can find cool things to do like that when you're on the road with your kids, those are the things that they're going to really remember and they're just going to love when they look back on. Number 2. The number 1 most important thing that I learned from growing up on the road and road schooling was the skill of how to learn. Because when you know how to learn, you can always seek out what you need, what information you need to do whatever it is you want to do. So if you can teach your child how to learn, they will always be able to seek out the information they need to do what they want and create the life they want. And if they can learn that now when they're kids and they're living on the road, imagine the things they will be capable of when you unleash them into the world. And they can just take that road schooling knowledge and create an amazing life. Number 3, road schooling made me the person that I am today. It gave me my love of learning and it gave me my love of adventuring. It gave me my music. It gave me my songs. It gave me the things about me that I cherish and I think are truly special and I love about myself. And it gave me an amazing experience with my family. It showed me what was possible and opened up my mind to the things that are out there in the world and what's possible. And it'll do the same for your kids too. Whether they do or don't appreciate it right now, either way, I can tell you that when they're older, they will appreciate these experiences and your time together as a family so much more. Because when you look back, it's those memories and that closeness and that time together that is really, really, truly special. If you're interested in learning more about my brand new book about growing up road schooled, you can get it, which is on sale today. I'm super excited. It's out there in the world, and I'm so excited to share it with you. And you can check out more on my website at positivelydelighted.com. All the information and the links are available in the video description below.
Kelsey is so cute. I almost can't stand it, you guys. So Chelsea, my daughter, and Kelsey have a special relationship. Chelsea thinks Kelsey is her aunt and that Kelsey is a princess. And so sometimes she'll go around and tell people, oh, my Aunt Kelsey is a princess. And it's just really cute. Another special relationship I have is with our next guest, Sharee. Check out this picture. Seriously, you can tell why we're friends. Like, I would take the exact same picture if I had a podcast. I mean, like, you, even down to the microphone in the corner, like, look at the frame right now. Like, my microphone is right here in the corner, and I'm constantly going, like, so we're basically soul sisters. And we met online through Facebook or something. I had seen her. I'm sure she had seen me. And I reached out for Full-Time Freedom Week because she knows all about work camping. She wrote a book. It was a bestseller on Amazon. I'm pretty sure it still tops those charts. And so I reached out, hey, will you come on and talk about work camping? She said, yeah, sure. And I'm not sure she'd ever even done a live interview because I wanted her to come on live because it's such a hot topic, right? I'm not sure. I can't remember. We got on the phone a couple times, but the first time we did a face-to-face conversation was that Full-Time Freedom Week. And if you were there, you know, she was like on her phone outside, like just getting it done. And I was like, this is why I knew I needed to be a friend with you. Like, this is exactly what I would do. Like, I just get it done. Like, no excuses. Like, I said yes, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to get it done. And on that note, let's bring out Sharee. What's up, girl? How you doing? Oh, you're muted. I told her I wasn't going to mute her because I would forget. So if she wanted to be muted before we went on stage, she was in control of that. So
that is crazy. So that just really happened.
Cheers. Virtual cheers, you guys. If you guys are drinking anything, water, vodka in a coffee cup, whatever, cheers, guys.
Thank you. What I was trying to say was thank you for that amazing introduction. I don't think I've ever been like ramped up that much before. I mean, I'm just like so feeling myself right now.
Double awesome. Cheers, baby. You're welcome. All right.
I'm with the vodka in the coffee cup if anyone is wondering why she mentioned that. It looks ridiculous.
We drop bombs here on TVC Live, and we just don't care. If you guys are wondering, I'm back in Tampa. And I'm sweating so bad right now, so that's why I'm getting so red. And I'm so excited about this interview. Sharee, if anyone can match my energy or surpass it, it is you. So I'm so excited you agreed to come on. I think this is going to be our best episode yet. Sorry, other 20 guests. You guys are screwed.
Oh my gosh. Way to set the bar.
All right, let's get into it. Tell us how you got into RVing in the first place. That's how we start each episode.
Okay. Well, I'm Sharee. My family got started in RVing kind of in a weird way. I think we were just, a way a lot of people I hear get started. They were just kind of sick of that, like 9 to 5 American dream type rut. And we just said, you know what? Like, let's do something different. So we just came up with, a small short list of ideas that we wanted to try. And it was like, well, let's move to the beach and live like right there where the sand dunes are like our backyard, or let's live on a sailboat. We were really, really going out there with that one. And then the other one was let's travel in an RV. So, we started with that first one about let's move to the beach, and we did that, and it was so awesome. We lived on like this little tiny like strip. It's kind of like an island, and there was no welcome committee. And we had a great time during like the dry season, but then when the rainy season came, it was crazy. It was so crazy. It was so much rain, and we were just, scared shitless to like say the least. But my husband almost got washed into the ocean basically when the island like flooded.
Oh my gosh, where were you?
It was crazy. So
were you in America?
What?
I don't know. You could be at the Bahamas. You didn't specify which island you were at.
Okay, yeah. It was a little island off of Florida, and like one of their little strip islands. But the roads flooded with water. And of course, we were like doomsday preppers.
Hang on, guys. Hang on. The roads flooded with water.
Yes, it happened.
As opposed to something else, flooding with something else.
Opposed to Jell-O. Yes, they flooded with real water. And
write this down.
Listen, he went to go get water. And the store that we usually could walk to, it took him hours. And I was like, what is taking him so long? So finally he gets back and he just looks a hot mess. He's sweaty, he's wet, he's just out of it. And I was like, what happened? And he tells me this story about how he turned down the regular street we always turn down. He was obviously in a flood zone, and the car was just kind of floating towards the water. Needless to say, shortly after that, we were like, you know what? Beach life's not for us. Like, let's pick something else. At least like in an RV, we could like move around and like pick, the best parts of, the year to be in the location. So that kind of started our RV adventure.
Awesome. So Johnny says perhaps the roads were flooded with vodka. Oh,
maybe
man.
So.
That's so funny. Anyway, thanks for sharing that story. I think that one is one of the more funny ones because you tried something and then it was like, holy crap, I need to follow the weather instead. So I really like that story. So like I said, you're best known for work camping. And Unknown Normal in the comments said they are just interviewing for a working gig tomorrow. So do you have any, maybe let's keep it high level, like top tips for getting a work camping job, how to do an interview since she's interviewing tomorrow, things like that?
Okay. So the interview obviously is one of the biggest pieces of the puzzle. And people sometimes don't take it as seriously as it is. Like, you can be fun and, have a good time and really let your personality show, which I do think that everyone should do in an interview. But you are there to, basically sell yourself and encourage this employer to hire you for a position. So you just need to really make sure to put your best foot forward. I always like to do a little bit of research on that employer, the area, maybe even read some reviews from, people who have worked there before, or even their TripAdvisor reviews or Google reviews. It'll give you a great idea of what you're kind of stepping into. If they have horrible reviews, if a guest can see that something's wrong with it, then, I can't imagine what it would be like to work there. So I always like to start there, but definitely have your ducks in a line. Make sure you have some questions like, specific questions that really fit what you need, your lifestyle, your needs, your wants. Make sure you have those questions lined up. Like, how many hours, if any, are you expecting me to work for this site? Because some people will say a free site, and it's not really a free site. If you're working 10, 12, God forbid, 20-something hours a week for this site, it's not free. It's not free. That's your time, and it's worth something. So make sure you get that information up front and know, is it totally free, plus I'm going to be paid for all hours over? or I'm just going to be paid for all hours? Or is it free, like I'm working for it, and then you're going to pay me for all the additional hours? And I always recommend people get this stuff in writing, even if you have to write it out in an email yourself and say, Mr. Employer, this is what we agreed upon. It was great talking to you. This is what we agreed upon, list it out, and, have them reply and just confirm it, something like that. But yeah, the interview is your time to also interview that employer. Yes, you need to be there and like answer their questions, give them what they're looking for and really sell yourself. But it's your opportunity to really find out like, what are you getting into? So make sure you do that.
Those are great tips. Super smart about getting it in some sort of writing. Because I've heard so many horror stories. I know a personal friend, they were super excited to RV. Then, they said, oh, we need to work camp for a season so we can go on for the next. And they ended up having a terrible time. Some things were promised halfway through, the game changed, so to speak. And they ended up stopping RVing because they had such a terrible experience. So I think even in an email confirming where you can prove the terms of agreement is good.
Right.
And we have a great question here to do with resumes. Johnny's asking, do you have a resume template, or is it best to just rework my present professional resume?
So that's a good question, and it could go either way. When I was applying for jobs, I would always use my professional resume, and I have to say I think it really gave me a leg up against people who were trying to use a work camper resume and just include work camping jobs. Like, we were having great success at just nailing down jobs or locations that we wanted to be in, and people were doing crazy things like creating positions for us. And I think that was based on the fact that we were showing them like, hey, this is what, we can do. This is what we've done in the past. Here's our experience. And they were like, instead of someone just saying, hey, I worked at KOA for, the past 4 seasons as a camp host, we were telling them like, look, we've got a really strong background in marketing and event planning and retail management. And they were like, hey, we could use this person in this area of our business to really strengthen it. Or like my husband, he has a strong background in retail management, and he got brought on in this position that was just kind of like invented for him to redo the campground store. And not only did he redo it, but he took their profits and like doubled or tripled them. So it's a great opportunity to really like get into something that you love doing, that you've done in the past. Just send out that resume with that information on it. If you want to include some of your work camping jobs as well, I would recommend that you do that. But I don't think anyone should be leaving off the fact that they've got 10 to 20 years history in, one industry. I think you should include that. Now, as far as a template, you can pretty much follow the same resume template, that you can get from Microsoft Word. You're going to do like a little objective at the top. You're going to go through your history, and then, you can do something at the bottom that, kind of shows some of your personality or something like that. Yeah. But I don't think the template really matters all that much as what's in it.
Awesome. I love that tip. So, Johnny, I don't know if you are a retail manager, but I'm sure you have skills, something that you're passionate about, something that's already in your resume, that it's just so true. Like campgrounds, especially as more people RV, I feel like campgrounds become more competitive. They want to know what to do, but they're not sure. I got a free gig last summer, a free stay last summer for a blog post, and the guy asked to meet with me, and he was just asking me, he said, it was so funny, he's like, my kids, they're like 12 and 13, they tell me Facebook is dead, I should get off Facebook. I said, are you kidding me? I said, your target audience is on Facebook. Do not get off Facebook. And so just, even if whatever your deal is, like guaranteed campgrounds need something that aligns with that. Like, who would have thought, they need a campground store like redo. Like, that's amazing, right?
Right.
Dick gave something funny. He said, hard to believe an employer would lie to you about work camping conditions.
I think Dick's making a funny.
Yeah. And, also, shout out to Unknown Normal. I can't find her comment, but she's actually Resume Leslie. We had her on the show a couple months ago, and so she offered... Oh, right here, for a free resume review. I'm going to put that on the screen for anybody that's got a resume, thinking about work camping. Send her an email. She is so good. She did Ed's resume. I emailed her one day and was like, girl, Ed needs this on Friday. I think it was Tuesday. And she was like, well, for you, I guess so. And she wrote it. It was great. We loved it. Thank you, Leslie. You're the bomb.
That's a big deal. That's a good thing to have someone else review your resume. You may not see those typos. I know I send out stuff with typos all the time. People are always calling me out on it. Definitely have someone review it and just make sure you're putting your best foot forward. Because, I mean, it's one thing to send it out to an email, in a newsletter or something, but to send an employer a document full of misspelled words or bad grammar just doesn't look all that great.
Right. Okay. Johnny says, he's the one that asked the question about the resume. He says he has over 20 years in construction management and runs his own e-com business. Come on, dude. You could live at a campground in the most amazing site. They're giving you free camp firewood.
Exactly.
And, that is construction management. Are you kidding me?
Yes, because guess what? Eventually, these campgrounds are going to expand or need to, refurbish some cabins or something, and they're going to need someone on their staff who can manage that crew or just give them some guidance on that.
Yeah, I would definitely keep that.
Yeah, never.
You've got to keep that on the resume. That's great. Heidi says resumes make them personal. Sell yourself. Tell them what you can do. Love
yes. It. Now, okay. So the sell yourself part in that, some people take that a little too far. It's sometimes too long. You have to think about it from the employer's point of view. They've got okay, if they publish an ad, I'm just going to tell you from being behind the scenes, they've got hundreds, if not thousands of resumes that are being sent to them in a very, very short period of time. So if you're sell yourself where you're tooting your own horn, if that part is crazy long, boom, they're done. They're done because they don't have time to read through all of it. So make sure it's really tight and concise and just get all the fluff out of it. It's cool you went to Mount Rushmore last summer, but it doesn't need to be in that.
Yeah, and that is another plug for Resume Leslie because she will put it seriously. So Ed, she asked me for a description of Ed's work experience. He sent me this, novel, and I sent it over, and she was able to put it into 2 sentences. And I was like, damn, that is exactly what he was saying. It was so good. And so, just, make sure it's concise, use powerful words that will sum things up instead of a paragraph. Oh, this is another, we're already getting off topic here. We're getting off the script, guys, but that's okay. Teacher Escapes asks, she's a teacher, mid-August, end of May. She wants to work camp next summer, June and July. Do you think she has a chance to find a job that's only a couple months long?
Yeah. So, okay, she's going to work camp from when? May to August?
Like June and July, maybe a couple fringe ends.
Number one, that's the prime work camping season. I mean, for seasonal jobs in national parks, that's the best time. That's when the most employers are looking for help. Now, I'm not going to say that it's so open that it's not competitive. You do need to start as soon as possible to line those up. But yeah, you can grab a great job. The summer is the best time to go work camping. It's the winter that is the problem, and where people get hung up and they're like, oh, what am I going to do for the winter? But the summer, yeah, you'll be great. You'll be set. Go to Maine. Go to Yellowstone. Come to Seattle. Go anywhere.
How long have you been in Seattle?
A while. I'm
She's
not
like,
ready to leave.
undisclosed amount. Thanks for asking. That's the same. That's how I feel about Tampa. They're like, oh, you're still in Tampa? I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I know. I got to think of a new email like intro. It's another rainy day in Seattle.
Yeah, like
Another
Dr.
great
Fraser
day.
Crane here.
No, like I'm not. Well, I thought this was going to be another great summer.
Mm-hmm.
We got here last summer and it was like beautiful. We were like, oh my gosh, this is home. Like we could come back here like every year. And we're like, we'll just stay for the next summer. It has not even got hot. It's not even hot yet. I'm like, what is going on? I don't know.
Well,
Hashtag global warming.
Yeah. All right. So on that note, of being able to find a job, where are the best places to look for work camping jobs? How can we go searching for them?
Okay, so this is an interesting question because you can find them anywhere. You can find jobs anywhere. You look and you will find it. There are tons of sites. I have a post on my website called 10 websites, I believe, for work camping jobs. So number one, I've always said, is Work Camper News. You can get jobs. You can get really great jobs from Work Camper News. They do have a free membership or whatever. I'm not going to get into all that, but they do have a lot of great quality jobs. So I'll put that out there. Next up, I would say Coolworks. So if you're looking for things that are both RV related as well as like cool things like working at like a dude ranch or ski resort or national park or just they have a variety of jobs. So I love them for their variety and the great layout of their website just makes it so easy and just user friendly. I just love that about them.
Can you tell us that name again? Coolworks?
Oh, that's Coolworks. Yeah, coolworks.com.
All right.
And then workcampingjobs.com. You want to check them out. They've got some great ones. WorkforRVers.com. We'll have to put all these in the show notes, Liz. You'll need to put these in there so they can find it. But also on like bigger websites like Volunteer Gov or USA Jobs. USAJobs.com has some work camping jobs available,
really?
Which you wouldn't think like, oh, this is interesting. But yeah, just big ones. Even like I got contacted by ZipRecruiter and they were like, hey, we want to start like showcasing work camper jobs and stuff like that. So they are all out there, all over the place. You really just have to like do the work and find them. But also check out, before I let this go, like the national parks. I would definitely try them. A lot of them you can RV, like you can stay in an RV, or they have dormitory housing. So if you're like in that dreamer stage where you kind of want to test it out, I think those are a great bet because you can try the dormitory style living, go back to your college days or whatever, and you can test out the work camping experience before you even buy the RV. So those are cool too.
Wow, that's a great tip. I'd never heard of that.
Yeah. A lot of them have dorm housing, and then they also like will have like a meal plan so you don't like have to just, crock pot it up every night. You can actually get some variety.
Crock pot it up, guys. You heard it here first. It's a thing. Awesome. So I've got a couple more questions, but Unknown Normal asks something really fun. We'd love to hear about Sharee's favorite work camping jobs.
My favorite. Okay. I'm going to take my own spin on this. Maybe not all the ones that I've done, but just in general, I'll talk about my favorite jobs. So, Hardy Trees, I think, is a really fun one. And she's a great lady, so I think she'd be a great lady to work for. I've heard nothing but great things about her. So heartytrees.com, and that is working at like a Christmas tree lot, which I think it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work, lifting up those trees, bagging them and everything. But you get to work with like people who are in like the best mood. Like imagine that when you go Christmas tree shopping, you're not like frowning. You're not like disgruntled. You're in a great mood. You're with your family, whatever. You're picking out a great Christmas tree for a good holiday. So I think that's a good one. That leads me over to fireworks. I would do that one. The sugar beet harvest, just for the sheer amount of money that you can make on that one, it's one of the top three.
Yeah,
so,
cha-ching, baby.
Yeah, so if anyone has not heard about the sugar beet harvest, it's really championed by express employment professionals, so you can Google that. But they promise basically for you to make $2,500 in 2 weeks. And it's a short amount of time for a lot of cash that you can then go on and travel with. So I love that one for that. It's not a fun, glamorous position like you're working around sugar beets, and I heard that they don't smell that great. So keep that in mind on your 12-hour shift.
If you don't mind the stank,
yeah, if
you
you
can
don't
make
mind
the
it,
dough.
you know what people said? That
What?
they go to the thrift store and like load up on clothes before they go there, so they're not like ruining their clothes.
That's an insider tip. You just heard it here first on TVC Live. Never forget it, folks. Yeah, there's actually someone that Ed went to his RV mechanic school with. I think he sometimes watches the show. He's a virtual camper as well. He's one of us guys. He does the sugar beet harvest. I guess he's been doing it a long time because he's a supervisor. And he says, yeah, come ready to work, but you only have to work for so long, And he said they even have, because I said, he wrote me one day, like, oh, I'm going to the sugar beet harvest. I said, oh, yeah, that would be like a great thing, but I have Chelsea. And he said, families do it, They make it work, they do alternate shifts, because you have to do 12-hour shifts, right?
Yes.
It's essentially like 12 hours on, 12 hours off for, 2-3 weeks, whatever. A real Cinderella tale.
Yes.
Except you get paid.
That's not even the crazy part to me, is the 12 hours alternating shifts. Because we did Amazon, and it was similar. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But, okay, so the crazy part about them is that they ask you to come with, like, rations for 2 weeks. Like, they anticipate you not being able to leave to go get food, water, propane, whatever, for 2 weeks. So I'm just like, oh gosh, that would never work in our camper. It would never work. I'm at the grocery store like every 2 days.
Yeah, well, you have 3 kids or 4?
4.
4, that's right. I couldn't remember.
And they eat.
And they eat, guys. Imagine.
But, yeah, another one I was just mentioning was Amazon. Now, I did this one 3 times, and I had 3 very, very, very different experiences with them. One was totally horrible, like totally horrible. I always tell people about that one first because it was our first experience. We said, that was actually our first work camping job. And we arrived and we were just so naive, we were just like, yeah, we're just going to be out here like working, seasonal jobs.
Wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, my mom would say.
Holy moly. We were so miserable. We were so in pain. And like our feelings were hurt. Like we were hurt, like deep to our core because here we were. I think I was like 26. I was super young. Here I was 26 thinking, these retirees are skipping around and I can do this in my sleep. No, they were prepared.
Skipping
they knew
around.
It was the worst. I went for like, being cute and I had like these little cute Nikes and they were like really thin while everyone else had like them big like orthopedic shoes with all the cushions and stuff.
That was the secret.
Wish I had those shoes. My body was hurting.
They were prepared with the Dr. Scholl's and the compression socks, and Sharee was over here trying to be cute.
Yes, I was. I had like coordinating outfits. I mean, I was so cute, but I was like, holy crap. Like first 10-hour day, I was like, what did we get ourselves into? This was the worst.
So basically you were probably standing all day, I would assume.
I couldn't pick my feet up though. Like I was literally sliding them out the door.
Homegirl needed roller skates, y'all.
It was bad. We left and we were heated. We were like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I don't know why people do this. We're canceling Prime. We are never ordering from Amazon again. Like, how dare they treat their employees like this? Like, we were just mouthing off. Then we realized it was our fault. Like, when they interview you, and they're like, do you mind? No, have you ever worked in a warehouse before? And here we are. Yeah. No, we hadn't. They were like, do you mind walking 10 hours a day? And we were like, yeah. No.
More lies.
I've never walked 10 hours, let alone 10 miles or anything close to that. And it was just, we just kept saying yes to everything they were asking.
Right. You were so eager, I'm sure, to get that first job.
Eager beaver. Yeah, that didn't pay off well. But the next 2 times when we went back, we had much better experiences because we were prepared. You know, we bought those thick-soled shoes. We had comfortable clothing. I had, meal plans. Because, you know, as a family going into that, we're working opposite shifts. So me and Antoine, for days on end, the only interaction we would get is like a high five or like a wave in the car.
High five. Like, I'm going to bed. Kids are asleep. Great. Love ya. Wow. That's intense, though.
It is intense. And we were like, we're just going to rack up this cash and then we're just going to sit tight for the winter. And that's what we were able to do, but it wasn't easy to do it.
Right.
What were we talking about? Favorite jobs? That doesn't seem like a favorite
Yeah,
job.
girl. You said you had 3 experiences, but for some reason you always lead with the worst. She's a good news, bad news person. Yeah. Always picks the bad news.
Yeah. But no, okay, the next 2 times we went, I saw it for what it was. I knew what I was getting into, had those clothes, those shoes lined up, had my meal plans ready. Like, everything that we ate was either like salad, you could do like a soup, a sandwich. We would cook it in the crock pot. That was it. Like, there wasn't like, we weren't grilling and no. You had to make it simple so that it was doable.
Right, they were crock-potting it up. Johnny said, how about Coleman stoving it up? So they were not Coleman stoving it up, they were crock-potting it up. Yeah. Big time.
I admit, we did make some, like, foil packets and stuff on the grill, but for the most part, it was the crock pot, because we didn't have time for that.
This was before Instapot, right?
Yeah, now I got one of those, and if we went to Amazon,
eating it up.
Instapot it up. Yeah. Anyway, okay, it was a great experience the last 2 times because you have that kind of you have to know what you're getting into with that one. You know you're going there to do mindless labor. You have to make it fun. So I'm sure those people were tired of me by the time I left out of there, but I had a great time. Like, every dress-up day they had, I was dressing up. Every contest I was participating in. Just anything, anything that they had that was trying to make it fun, I participated in so that I could get the full Amazon experience. And yeah, it totally worked. It was so fun. We saw it for what it was. That's an experience you need to have to kind of get to know other people in the RV community. That's like a chance to meet 400 other work campers. Gotta have it.
Love it. All right, here's one last question before we move on. Are there any non-physical labor work camping jobs?
Yeah. So if you have a great sales background, I would suggest that people try, I'll say 4 jobs. Number 1 is kitchen craft. Kitchen craft cookware hires work campers to go around and do shows. And, you're sitting there and you're like a chef, really. So you're cooking up a little meal. You give little sample plates to the people. Then they buy the cookware. That's a great one. They pay for all the training. They give you the whole setup. They line up the gigs. That's a pretty sweet deal. Second one is going to be Lieutenant Blender. I think this one is more fun for me, just in general.
Just the name is enticing. Lieutenant Blender, y'all.
You know what it's going to be? It's cocktail mix. So it's cocktail mix in a bag. And, they literally
Hang on. Cheers to that, guys. Everybody cheers. Lieutenant Blender. Shout him out.
Blender.
Shout him out. Tell him TVC Live sent you.
Yeah, listen, this is a good one. Okay, they don't just need just RVers. So if you don't have an RV yet, you can also do this because not only will they pay for your RV site, they actually, if you don't have an RV, for their regular employees will pay for a hotel. So it's a win-win either way. But again, just like the sales job with Kitchen Craft, you're traveling around and you're selling the cocktail drinks. So you might see them they're in every Walmart, they're in Sam's and all those places, but you set up a little booth, you mix up the cocktail mix, and you sample it. So that's your job. The other 2 that I would say would be, and these are just sales ones, are AGS and Southeast Publications. You know, the people who make the campground maps that we all see when we check into these places?
Oh, yes.
It's a great opportunity. Just, travel around, you pick up a different RV park, you go out, you recruit the local businesses, which is a win-win. They get their ad in the campground map, and the campground gets the map really for free because the ads are paying for it. So I think that's another great opportunity. But not all work camping jobs are like physical labor.
Yeah,
I think
like
Amazon
that.
is the only one that I've done like that.
Yeah, and Dick's got a non-sarcastic comment, I think, for the first time in TVC Live history, guys. Write it down. Take note. He said before he got his hip replaced, he had some good gigs with the COE, campground. That's the
Corps of Engineers.
Corps of Engineers, yeah. They're very willing to work with disabilities. Gatehouse work is mostly sitting in a chair. Sometimes driving around in a car. So that's a great tip. Dick, I think that's the second, real, actual, non-sarcastic tip you've given in one of my lives today. Just today. He must be in a great mood. Everybody give Dick a round of applause. Thank you, Dick.
Yeah, no, Corps of Engineers is a big employer of work campers. So they hire a lot of volunteers, and they also hire a lot of paid positions. They have an interesting setup. You'll need to research that first before you make that decision. But basically, you're bidding on those positions, and I'm almost sure that the lowest bid wins the position. Dick could probably tell us a little bit more about that. But yeah, they're basically those campgrounds, and they're usually very, very pretty. So you're working as like a camp host, or you're doing some maintenance or the front desk or something like that. But those are great. Those are great.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, people are giving him applause in the comments. That's hilarious. I know he's loving it.
I gotta say this.
Sure.
Another one, KOA.
Yeah, tell us about that real quick before we move on.
KOA, okay. I know a lot of people are skeptical of their program because they make you pay to be part of it, but I think it's well worth it. So it's like $30-something for the whole year to join the Work at KOA community or whatever. But once you have access to those jobs, you can see every KOA property that's hiring, and of course you can find them in other sites as well, but not as many as you're going to see on that Work at KOA. So anyway, it works like this. You buy the membership, you browse their jobs, and once you get one, it's really cool. It's a benefit that not everyone is able to offer, but you can jump from KOA to KOA, and they'll give you a travel voucher, as you bounce around.
Booyah.
So great incentives. You keep going
$30,
from property to property inside one company. I like it.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for giving that little tip there. I hadn't heard about that, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, cool. So let's move on. This episode is called Show Me the Money, Make Money and RV. So we've talked a ton about work camping, but I know you've got this new amazing summit coming out that someone might be a part of. So called Make Money and RV.
Yeah.
Top secret, guys. Shh, tell everyone. What are some other ways people can make money in RV? You don't have to work camp, right?
You do not have to work camp. Work camping, I consider, I'm not going to call it the gateway drug. Maybe I just did, but I'm not sure. But it's an easy entry for anyone.
Okay.
Anyone and everyone can RV full-time, part-time, seasonally, whatever you want to do by work camping. If you don't want to go that route, there are tons of other ways that you can actually RV full-time or part-time or whatever. And, so you can do, if you've got a background in writing, maybe you'll be, a copywriter, or maybe you'll write a book, publish that book, self-publish that book, and sell it.
Like someone else here. Two someones, Liz Wilcox and Sharee. we might have done that.
Liz. We did that.
Check us out. Google me, baby.
So yeah, you could be a writer. You could be a virtual assistant. I think this one is really great because there's so many people out there who need an extra set of hands. They need that person to be by their side and kind of handle those smaller tasks that are like everyday tasks that they really don't have time to do. And it really ties up a lot of time. That could be sending emails or just, making Pinterest images or,
Yes. I'm going to interrupt you.
One, right?
I'm going to interrupt you and tell you guys, yes, I literally pay someone a couple $100s a month to be my Pinterest manager. I prefer Pinterest Queen. She calls herself Pinterest Manager. But basically, I've been paying this person over a year, a couple $100s a month, to be my Pinterest person. They make my pins, they pin them, they report to me once a month. Like, this is a real job, guys.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just not something that I'm good at, and I'm 100% not interested in doing. And I just have a little blog. Obviously, I'm coming at you from a 2007 Jayco. Like, I'm not in some, like, Integra or something. Like, I'm not staying at the Hilton. Like, I'm just an average person trying to build this blog. Like, I haven't hit my million yet. But yeah, like, this is a real job. If you don't want to work camp, or you do it a few times and you feel like maybe you want to switch it up, like, a virtual assistant is a good idea. I also have, and I shared this back in April, I hired my brother and his wife to be my assistants, whatever. They split the work however they want to. They're married. I don't care as long as it's done. And they have zero experience. And the person that I hired as my Pinterest manager, she just started. She had zero experience. So people will be willing to take a chance on you, especially people like me that are just starting out. They just, they have a small budget. If you're just starting out, you can work with a small budget and grow from there. Like, it's such a viable option, guys.
It really is. Like, Pinterest is sending people a lot of traffic, and people want that traffic. So they're willing to pay someone to manage that account. So yeah, that's a good option. And you really don't need a lot of experience to do it. It's just little tiny tasks that need to be done that Liz doesn't have time to do.
Right. Or the capacity. Like, I really just, there's some things that I don't want to do, I don't like to do, and I just, shoot an email over to someone else, hey, do this real quick. This is a great question, a good segue, I think. Christina says she wants to get into remote working. She was looking into bookkeeping as well as virtual assistant. What are your thoughts about the need for bookkeeping?
Yeah, I think there's a big need for that. I do. I mean, yeah, there is. And there's going to be a lady actually on the virtual summit talking about bookkeeping and how you can get started in that. So I think if that's something you're interested in, you should definitely tune into that session. I personally don't know much about bookkeeping. I need to actually hire someone to do that task for me. But then that shows you that there is a need. There is a need for these jobs.
Yes.
And
cheers to the bookkeepers, guys.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers to the bookkeepers for us financially declined instead of inclined.
When you're trying to like run this blog, or like I'm trying to run my blog by myself, sometimes you really do have to part out that work to make sure that it gets done right. And a lot of those positions can be done remote, and they can enable you to RV very quickly and easily and make good money doing it.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is actually, Christina, that's the next position I want to hire, is a bookkeeper. Like, I've got my course now. Things are starting to move. Like, I really don't understand it, and I don't want to mess it up. It's something that you do not want to mess up, right? You don't want to mess up your books. Right. Nobody wants the IRS knocking on their RV door. Right. And also, Christina, I know you've reached out to other bloggers and things, and this is something that we do normally hire out. And we also want to hire other RVers or dreamers. So I think you've got a good idea here.
Yeah. Okay. When I was doing my interview with escapees, Travis and Melanie, I told them that I call that buying local. Like, I think more people should be doing that. Like, buying local from inside the RV community. Like, Liz 100%. Needs some Pinterest work done. Liz should hire an RVer, like, to help them further their adventure, you know? So yeah, definitely. If you have a background in bookkeeping, or even if you don't, it's just something that you want to pick up, I think you should learn and hone down that skill. And then I think you should reach out to your fellow RVers and RV brands, RV entrepreneurs, or whatever, and see if you can pick up some of that work, because multiple clients inside the RV community, that will just spread like wildfire. Then you'll be known as like the tax queen. She's also going to be on the RV.
Yeah, I was like, but wait, there's more. The tax queen will be on. All right, so tell us about the summit real quick before I let you go. Last thing, it's called Make Money in RV. We already talked about a couple speakers. Tell us what's it all about, who's going to be there, and FYI, if you guys are interested, there is a link below to sign up.
Okay, so the Make Money in RV Summit is a labor of love. You know, it was just something that I was like drawn to do. I found myself in a situation where I was like, how am I going to make money in RV? I like need to figure this out ASAP. So I was like, you know what, Sharee, you need to start really like building, you know, your brand, Live Camp Work. And that's what it's all about, is ways that people can make money and travel, full-time, part-time, seasonally, what have you. So I was like, you know what? Actually, one of the first people I called and like talked about this with was Liz right here. And I was like freaking out.
Your girl.
Like, do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this is something that I can pull off in 90 days? And she was like, yeah, go for it. So that's what I did. So I just reached out to a whole bunch of speakers. I think at this point we have like 35 different speakers, all talking about different ways you can make money in RV. So, you know, some of them are Melanie and Travis from Escapees, the owner of Harvest Host. We've got Camille Attell. She does the remote work school. She's going to be our keynote speaker. So she's going to be doing 2 presentations.
And you guys know Camille Attell is basically my best buddy and who I want to be when I grow up. So I would just sign up just for her, because if you want to know about remote work and making money in RV, like, she is my inspiration, my RV goddess, what have you. Like, I just love her so much. And she's been on, I think she was episode 9 talking about remote work. So if you want to go back through and, you know, learn about more of what she does, she's going to go so much more in depth, I know, on this summit, being the keynote speaker. I saw that so I went to your website, Sharee, and I was like, Camille Attell, keynote speaker? I was like, girl, I got on my phone, I was like, excuse me, you did not update me, keynote speaker. Who are you? You are too big to be my friend nowadays. Like,
oh, she is amazing. And
yeah, Heidi says Camille is the best. Yes, so you guys just sign up, seriously, like, just for Camille. Like, screw Liz Wilcox. You know she's just gonna goof and like just be laughing through her whole presentation. Like, I don't know how I got here, but here I am. Let me give you some tips. But Camille is so, like, she is a more professional Liz Wilcox. Like, she
is professional. Yeah, she is.
Knows her stuff. She's so passionate about helping people. Let me just tell you a story about Camille. We were at dinner in March. She was in Florida and around Tampa for a long time, so we met up a lot this year. And we went to dinner, and her phone just kept pinging or whatever, and she looked at it, and she, like, literally went like this, and I read the email, and it was someone, she had just launched her course, Remote Work School, and it was someone, seriously, like, less than 2 weeks after launching her course, that had said, like, I just got my first remote work job, like, I'm in tears, thank you so much, Camille, like, you're changing my life. And she was so, like, she was excited, but she was so humbled, and, like, she's not a big crier, but I could tell she was, like, really worked up. And, like, that's just what I love about Camille, and you're going to see the best side of her in this summit. Like, I don't know who the other speakers are, but just go for Camille Attell. Seriously, guys. Like,
you can check out the other speakers online, but Camille is going to be amazing. And
Sharee is like, okay, but I do want to plug these other speakers, Liz. Like, I know you have a crush on Camille, but, like, there are some other really good people.
There's another lady called Liz Wilcox. She'll be on there. I think everyone's familiar with her. Technomadia, they're going to be on there talking about getting their internet resource center started. And
oh my gosh, such a good thing. Everybody's question. I want a job, but people ask me about internet. Technomadia, they are your internet king and queen.
Holy moly. Have you guys seen that site? Like, maybe I visited the site way long ago, or I forgot what it looked like, but that thing, like, I'm in love with this site. It's so massive, and it's so beautiful and, like, well laid out. Like, anyway, I'm geeking out over the site. But anyway, their site is ridiculous. I was like, whoa, when did it, like, reach this level? Like, you got to go to it. You have to go.
They are fabulous.
Internet Resource Center? Internet Resource? We'll get a link for it. But anyway.
You can Google it.
Tina Lorenz is another great, amazing speaker who's going to be on the summit. So I'm not exactly sure how old she is, but she said she did not start copywriting until she was like 50-something.
Tina is amazing, guys. I met Tina. I know Tina. Let me tell you a story about Tina. Wow, this is really going long. If you guys have to go. Just sign up for the summit. I also have an unboxing to do, but we're running a little late. It doesn't matter. Tina is awesome. I met her almost 2 years ago. She has this amazing giant rig. Her husband is like legally blind. She drives the rig herself. She has purple and silver hair. I don't know what else I have to say. But yeah, she's like 6 figures. She's trying to get to 7 figures this year. And she's a copywriter, and she's amazing. I'm like, Give me somebody else. Let me sell them, baby.
Okay, someone else. I'm gonna save that one for the end. Okay, the lady who we just listened to, Kelsey Henry, about her book on road schooling. Now, I didn't talk to her. I didn't know
she was gonna be at the summit. See, guys, this is amazing.
Yes. Okay, so she's on the summit, not talking about road schooling, but talking about her other business, which is like creating Etsy printables. So she literally walks you through how to create a business selling printables on Etsy. And I was like, wait, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Keep going, because I've got one of her printables. Let me go find it. Keep talking.
Okay, yeah. So Kelsey is so just passionate about being positive that it's like contagious for sure. So she just had this book out. She has a whole site called Positively Delighted? I feel like that's it. And I mean, she walked us through, why she started it, how she started it, what tool, she gave us tool recommendations, like, on there, she's talking about, she makes coloring pages. So she's talking about how she gets these coloring pages compiled together without being an artist. Like, she doesn't draw it out. She doesn't do the wording. It's all sourced from different resources that she pulls together. And then her job is like putting it together. And I was like, wow, like this is a way that she's making money, and she's able to RV off of an Etsy shop selling coloring pages.
Yeah, she's amazing. I couldn't find the stuff that I have, but because I just cleaned my RV this morning, so I don't know where I put them. But Chelsea, my daughter, loves her printables. Like I said, she thinks that's her aunt. So we actually have Kelsey's CD. This is talking about buy local. We have her CD in our RV. We listen to it over the speakers. Kelsey is great. I mean, you want to talk about make money anyway. Like, she literally just puts together clip art on Etsy and sells it. And boom, that's a thing.
I was just telling them that. She doesn't draw it. She puts it together, and that's her part, and that's enough. So, we've got a lot of great speakers. We've got Kristen Haynes from The Wayward Home, and we've got people who are travel nurses. They're coming and telling you about that. We've got Liz's great husband, Ed. We've even got people talking about, like, I don't know if this is like a dirty word or whatever, but multi-level marketing. Like,
I was like, I don't know what she's gonna say, but TVC Live, anything goes. She told us she was drinking vodka out of a coffee cup.
We've got a couple people talking about MLM products and services, and I was just like, you know what? We're just gonna put it out there. We're gonna put everything out there.
Yeah, it's important to know.
Table, and whoever picks it up is who picks it up.
Yep.
But we have Stacy Maxon from Out the Box Camping. She's going to be talking about how to start a subscription business.
Booyah! Perfect segue. Get out of here, Sharee. That's our next segment. I promise to keep it quick. Yes, Heidi just said, Liz, you know everyone. Literally the last speaker she talks about right here. All right, so they can go to the link in the description. What are the dates? How does it work?
The dates are August 5th through 9th. So that's when the event, this is kind of different. The event is going to be live August 5th through 9th. And
so kind of like Full-Time Freedom Week. Kind of like how we run it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it'll be live for a full week.
Okay.
You'll have 24 hours to view each session. After that session is over, you'll have to upgrade to that VIP pass to actually have access to it. And the VIP pass is pretty cool. We did a 30-day, a 365, and a lifetime. And they all come with a workbook, so you'll be able to take your notes and, have all the freebies and everything inside this one little workbook. They come with an audio bundle, so you'll be able to listen on the go. And then a treat
I love that.
I do too. I love podcasts.
Like a podcast, yeah, instead of having to watch a video.
Yeah, and then they come with like a $10 coupon from Technomadia to their resource center.
Booyah.
And the biggest part is we're going to keep adding more interviews as the year goes on. So it's like an evergreen type of model. So
awesome. Awesome. Johnny says the biggest takeaway here is support your RV community businesses whenever possible. Booyah!
That's it.
And you can support us tonight by checking out Kelsey's book, which is in the link below, and signing up for Sharee's Summit. Remember, you can get it for free. You can just sign up for free, no problem. If you want to upgrade to the All Access Pass right now, you can totally do that. No pressure. The link is in the description below. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Sharee, so much for hanging out. You guys, stick around. I'm going to unbox this thing. Remember, Stacy is one of the talks. She's got a camping subscription box, which was obviously an idea I had that I never did. So she's living my dream right now. Thank you, Sharee, so much. We will see you August 5th through 9th for that amazing summit.
Okay, bye. Thanks so much for having me. You guys have a great night.
Yeah, of course, you too.
Bye.
All right, let me get rid of this real quick. All right, I'm so sorry that went so long, but if you guys do want to stick around, I am going to unbox this. Stacy sent this to me a while ago, but I went to San Diego and I missed it. So let's see if I can open it. I think I just heard Ed coming in. So we also might see, oh, I just almost stabbed myself to death, y'all. Holy crap. Can you imagine of all the things that have happened on TVC Live, if I stab myself, what would that look like? I almost opened it before so I wouldn't, like, stab myself. But I thought, oh, that would be really inauthentic. So I didn't, but I probably should have because I almost stabbed myself. All right. Johnny says he's already signed up for the summit. Awesome, Johnny. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Let me move the camera back a little bit. I have no idea what's in this box. It's a camping subscription box called Out of the Box Camping. I do know that it's sent out quarterly, so only 4 times a year. That makes a lot of sense for campers. You know, as full-timers, we're traveling. We can't always get mail. And also as weekend warriors, we're not always camping. So, box is opened. Let me move this. Oh, I'm sweating. It's so hot here. Oh, a travel spice kit. Awesome. From Gourmet Village. All the spices you will need when away from home. I've never done an unboxing before. I'm like a real blogger now, you guys. Oh my gosh. The perfect picnic plates from Camp Casual. I love Camp Casual. These are so cute. I normally don't use paper plates. Actually, I have literally never bought paper plates. But this will be nice when I'm feeling lazy or I have guests. So I'm guessing this is like a kitchen theme. Oh man, what is this? Ooh, I think it's a towel. Life is better when you're camping. How true. How cute is this? Do you guys love it? Hit the like button. I love this. This This is fun. Now I see why subscription boxes are so popular. Oh my gosh. Little corn holders. That's cute. I literally had corn on the cob for dinner. This would have been perfect. I should have opened it this afternoon. Teacher Escapes says, love it. Christina says, great job so far on unboxing. Yes. Almost stabbed myself in the heart. Didn't do that. Oh, this is perfect for me. As someone who doesn't like to cook very much, this is perfect for me. A meal planner pad. It says the Jumbo Notepad Collection by Journals Unlimited. This is really cool. I love that. That's perfect for me because I don't like cooking and things like that. But I do like to kind of know what's happening. Like I'm a planner, so this is perfect. All right, I see a couple more things. A guide to camp cooking. I literally just said I don't like cooking, so this is perfect. Let's see. Oh, it's got, I think it's got, yeah, it's got recipes. Simplesuppers.net. That's awesome. Cool. Christina says those are so cute. Heidi's giving some hearts. This is fun, guys. I should ask people, I should do more stuff like this. Beeswax wrap set. Oh my gosh, you guys, no joke. You guys, I'm doing if you're friends with me on my personal Facebook, you know that I'm doing Plastic Free July. I'm not doing the most amazing job of it, but I'm trying. And I've been wanting to do like beeswax wraps instead of Ziplocs, things like that. And I think that's what this is. This is amazing. Awesome. Oh, yes. You guys, seriously, I have been thinking about buying some of these collapsible, what do you call it, measuring cups. This is amazing. I have a few, you know, like the, what do they call it, nesting, but I've lost them over the years. I've had them maybe like 10 years, and now I only have like the 1 cup and the like teaspoon. And I've really been wanting them because I've been trying to eat healthier and really measure things out so I can learn what a real portion is. This is so perfect, you guys. And collapsible. This is going to fit so perfect in my tiny utensil drawer. If you've watched the episode where I did Day in the Life of, you know I have like almost no kitchen. So this is so, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. Thank you, Out of the Box Camping. Thank you, Stacy. This is freaking awesome. Heidi says beeswax wraps are the bomb. Yes. Look at that nesting set. Yeah, this is crazy. All right. We've got just a couple things here. The summer box is here. Camp Kitchen. That was the theme. It says, our summer box is all about making your camp cooking experience easier and better. It includes, so the recipe book we saw, the paper plates, the spice kit, the meal planner, dish towel, beeswax wraps, collapsible measuring cups, and interlocking corn cob holders. Booyah! I used to say that in college. I'm bringing it back. Booyah. And it says, look the part this camping season. 50% off. Oh, check this out, guys. Let me blow this up. 50% off a shirt like that. That's wicked. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Gravel Trading Company. If you guys want this coupon code, Stacy didn't authorize this, but if you want a coupon code for a sweet RV Life shirt, just email me, Liz, at the virtual campground, and I'll share that code with you. That's really cool. Oh, one more. Camp Casual, another 20% off. If you guys love Camp Casual, if you've seen it, they've got really awesome mugs and stuff like that. Email me. I'll give you the coupon code. Awesome. Yeah, Christina says that is a lot of stuff in one box. Wow. Seriously, just this little box. Thank you, Out of the Box Camping. This is freaking awesome. I'm super excited to check all this stuff out. Lori's RV Life says, wondering where you got those. So if you check out the the video description, you will see, I think it's one of the last things. It talks about Stacy Maxon. That's the founder of this. but it's called Out of the Box Camping. Can you guys see that? And it's outoftheboxcamping.com, and that is where this box came from. It's a subscription box. It comes 4 times a year. Each one has a different theme. This box was kitchen camping, or camping kitchen. Anyway, I can literally hear Chelsea crying outside. I know we went over, so I'm going to let you guys go. They're knocking, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Oh, wait. Next week we are talking with Up Close RV. This is a veteran that started an RV business, and I will talk more about that with him. His name is Mike. Next week, I'll see you guys then.